I'm pretty sure by now, Olwen Fouéré, every time she's in a movie, she delivers exposition scene after exposition scene. Now, this woman, she must charge by the word, and she has even got her own theme song.
Here comes the money.
Just before we start the review, I just want to remind you guys that you have the power to make this video skyrocket into the YouTube algorithm by giving it a like, subscribe to the channel, and watching the full video, even if you're watching this while you're on the toilet. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel, and thank you for checking out my review of The Watched. In America, it's called The Watchers. I don't know why it's got a different title. It just does, right? This is directed by Ishana Night Shyamalan, who also does the screenplay for this. And we've got stars such as Georgina Campbell, Dakota Fanning, Olwen Fouéré, Oliver Finnegan, and essentially it centers on Dakota Fanning's character who plays Mina. Now, Mina is a young, inspiring artist, and she's got this job at this pet store. And her job there is they've got this like really rare exotic parrot. It's like bright yellow, bright orange parrot. And she has got to make a really long trip, basically, I believe, to sell this parrot. I think, whatever. Anyway, on the trek of this, she is going into the Irish countryside. Her car breaks down. She then comes across these three strangers in this bunker-esque type building. And every night, there is some creatures called the Watchers who comes to stalk them. With Ishana Night Shyamalan being the daughter of M. Night Shyamalan, you're going to expect some twists and turns throughout. Now, if I'm going to go into positives straight away, because ultimately this movie did not work for me, and I don't think it's going to work for a lot of people, but I do think it's going to find its niche audience. So I think the cinematography throughout is excellently done. You've got the Irish countryside, you've got drone and aerial shots, you've got times where the camera focuses on close like facial shots, so you get to see the horror and expressions of our characters as they may be seeing one of the Watchers, or this feeling of seclusion or their mind playing tricks on them as they're in this forest and basically nowhere to go. And I think the cinematography does a great job of capturing that because it makes this forest seem huge. Don't get me wrong, as an audience, we get to see that from an outside perspective and be like, okay, well, where the heck does the road continue? Through this secluded countryside and eventually just into this forest. Where does it actually stop? Where do we actually see some form of civilization here? The performances all round are good. I can't say that anyone is an absolute clear standout here, but I think everyone gives a good enough performance. I believe a few of these characters worked quite well together. They were pretty believable that they'd been in this place for maybe months or years. I'm not going to tell you exactly how long because that would be a spoiler. It was also great to see Georgina Campbell back here, who plays a character called Kira. And of course, if you don't know Georgina Campbell, she was in the movie Barbarian, which was one of my favourite horror movies of 2022. Still is. And I know Barbarian fans like myself are wondering, where is the physical media for that title? But it was great to see Georgina Campbell back here. And yeah, once again, she does a good job. And she's very pretty on the eyes. And finally, for my last positive, I think deep down, because this is based on a book and I've never read that book, there's a good idea here. I felt there was snippets throughout the runtime. I was like, okay, so I like this element of story. That element's pretty cool. Mesh them both together. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. But then going into the negatives, this is where the movie just falls flat on its rear arse. Because the movie itself, when we get past the second act, right, where of course you're going to get a twist and turn, I'm not going to tell you what that is, this movie felt as if it should have kind of ended there. Maybe give us an extended like 2-3 minute scene just to kind of close things off nicely and right, okay, jobs are good and we can go home, and we're like, okay, this movie isn't too bad. But this movie then carries on for a third act, and that third act almost felt as if it was 5 endings into 20 minutes. It was absolutely ridiculous. I was like, okay, well, where's this story actually going? Why are we going into this part right here? Do we really need this part right here in the runtime? Answer is, guys, no. We honestly really don't. And with the twists and turns that are presented, they're not great. You can see that coming from a mile off. You can tell where this story is going to go. And guess what? It goes exactly where it's going to go and where you predict it's going to. And I just feel as if it kind of played it safe. But again, because this movie feels like it doesn't know where it wants to end, it just feels like an absolute jumbled mess towards the end of the story. And I was just sat there thinking, okay, well, when's this going to end? And when it eventually did decide to end, I hopped up on my seat and I was like, right, bye, guys. This is just a premise that had a good idea, a good cast on board. You've got a really talented cast and mainly a female dominant powerhouse of a cast, and you absolutely squander it on a movie called The Watch, or The Watchers if you're in America. Some of the CG as well was terrible. Like, I know it's probably budget constraints. I know they probably tried their best, but it was laughable. I was sat there actually like giggling a couple of parts and no one else did. I felt a little bit awkward, I'm not going to lie, but I was just like, this is pathetic. This is honestly so stupid and ridiculous. And that's my thoughts on The Watched. So my overall score is going to be a 2 out of 5. Have you seen this movie? Are you going to check it out? Let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue discussion down there. And I'd like to take a moment to give a big thank you to all my awesome Patreons who help to really support the channel. If you want to get access to early videos, exclusive giveaways, and so much more content, click that link down below in the description box and join Patreon today and join these absolute legends who are there already and reaping all the benefits what you guys are missing out on. In the meantime, click over here and check out more videos of mine that you may have missed or may have not even seen as of right now. And until the next time that I see you guys, I'll be seeing you later.